Good morning, students. So in the last class we discussed about by means of using the conditional concurrent signal assignment statement. So how to write program for prime number detector in data flow description style. So that's what. So this is the program for that. In the last class we discussed about this particular one, and as I mentioned previously, if you look at that particular circuit, so coming to here, so at any level you can able to start. Okay, either from the first level, that is at the output of the inverter you can able to start writing the concurrent statements, or either from the second level, that means of considering the outputs of AND gate you can able to start writing the concurrent statements, or simply by means of considering the last level, that means F, considering that also you can able to directly mentioning the concurrent statement. Okay, but whatever we discussed in the last class, there we considered this particular level. So we started from here. So whatever level you started, we have to go through until to the output. So in that regard, first we started with this particular level. Then we mentioned the last level, which is 4 input OR gate by means of considering output as F. Okay. So now let me explain. Okay, because of I considered the output of AND gate, where I got 5 concurrent statements within this particular architecture body. Okay. Suppose if I am considering from the first level, that means inverter output. From that particular state, if I started, then here it consists of 8 concurrent statements. In addition to these 5, it also consists of 3 more statements. 3 statements belongs to inverter. Okay. So because of that, if I started at the inverter level, okay, first level, that is inverter level, so where it consists of total 8 number of concurrent statements. Okay. So otherwise, if I started at the final level, that is output of the OR gate F. So considering that also, using a single statement, I can able to describe all this particular functionality of the prime number detector. Okay. So totally there are 3 ways you can able to represent based on the, so what is the level you started with. So in the first level means inverter output, from there itself you started means, so you can able to mention 8 concurrent statements within that. In addition to these 5, those inverters input and outputs also we are supposed to mention within the concurrent statement. So otherwise, if you started at the second level, that is AND gate, these 5 concurrent statements are required. So else, if you consider the last level, that is output of the 4 input OR gate, using of single concurrent statement also you can able to describe whole functionality of prime number detector. Okay. Anyway, here we considered second level, by means of that this is how to represent that particular program. And so one thing is, okay, you are getting a doubt that in that particular inverter, so the outputs N3 bar, N2 bar, N1 bar, so these we didn't mention over here in this particular signal declaration part. That is because of, so there here I considered the output of the AND gate. So because of that, from the second level I started. Based on that, I realized that these are all the concurrent statements. So ultimately, you have to look at this particular concurrent statement, and whatever signals are mentioned, those must be predefined either in entity declaration or in signal declaration. So if you look at this particular one, so on the right hand side, N of 0, N of 1, N of 2, N of 3, all these are all predefined, declared in entity declaration part. While coming from left side, all these are all not yet declared in entity declaration part. In that regard, we considered signal declarations. Okay. So before starting off this, you must mention whatever signals are not covered at in entity declaration part, those must be defined over here. And if you look at over here in this particular architecture body, nowhere we mentioned N3 bar, N2 bar, those signals. So because of that only, so here I did mention those signals. Anyway, now let me write the program for, so other two options, such as considering from the first level or considering the last level. How we can able to write a program for this? Okay. For that, before going to that, you need to know the signal names, because using of these signals names only I am going to write program for that. While coming for that, so N3 bar, that I am indicating as N3 underscore L. So because of N3 bar, so that bar you can't able to type by means of using keyboard, it seems to be difficult. In that regard, N3 bar, so I am representing with an equivalent name with N3 underscore L. Okay, in the same way, N2 bar, that is N2 underscore L. Even suffix also I am not going to consider. N3 nothing but, so beside of N I am supposed to represent the 3. So N you can able to consider either uppercase or lowercase. Okay, so that's not a problem. Then N1 bar we are indicating with N1 underscore L. So these are all the signal names that I mentioned, output of the first level, that is inverter outputs. While coming from the second one, so this one has N3 bar and with N0. So because of that, this I am writing it as N3L underscore N0. Okay, so that is the signal name that I am mentioning. N3 bar, nothing but N3L. Okay, here I mentioned N3 underscore L, but here I consider two underscores. So in that regard, so you may get confusion because of that N3L underscore N0. That is the signal name I assign. So if it seems to be difficult for you, then you can also prefer simply X0, X1, X2, X3. While I am discussing first time, I mentioned these signals name as X0, X1, X2, X3. In that regard also you can able to consider. Okay, but anyway, so while coming for this, so N3 bar, this I am representing it as N3L, where L is going to represent the low level signal. That means N3 bar, which is going to indicate inverting to the top the N3. So because of that N3L that I am indicating, underscore N2L underscore N1. Okay, and next to that, for this one we indicated it as N2L underscore N1 underscore N0. While coming for last one, N2 underscore N1L underscore N0. So this is how I am representing. These are all the signal names that I am using in that particular data flow description style. So as per your wish, you can able to assume any names. Either this one has A, B, C, and this one has okay, W, X, Y, Z. So like that, any name you can able to consider. And finally, the output is F, and inputs are N0 to N2. Simply remember these particular signal names first of all. Based on this particular one only, we are supposed to write the program. So now my intention is, once again I am writing this program by means of using the conditional concurrent signal assignment statement. Supposed to start at this particular level. So starting from the first level. So I think you already remember that particular circuit. For that particular circuit, so I am going to write the data flow description style, that too by means of using the conditional form of the concurrent signal assignment statement. Whatever we discussed in the last class, that we considered from the second level. Okay, second level nothing but and. From and, so we propagated to the output side. Now I am writing a program, and in this particular program I am starting with the first level. That means from the inverter itself I am starting to describe that particular data flow functionality. Okay, so in that regard, so let me start writing that particular program. Okay, so first anyway, so by default library we are supposed to include and package also we are supposed to include. So for that reason, anyway, here also we are considering the prime number detector. So prime number detector. So that too in data flow description style using of conditional concurrent signal assignment statement. That too we are starting from the first level. From the inverter level itself I am going to describe the functionality of that particular circuit. So for the first statement is library IEEE. So this is common, irrespective of whatever description style, the first we are supposed to declare the IEEE library. After that, so package. So using of use clause. Use. So within this particular library itself, that package it consists of. So because of that first package, then library. Okay, first library, then package. std underscore logic underscore 1164.all. Okay, so by means of that I added library as well as package. Then after that we are supposed to write the entity declaration part. So starts with the keyword entity. So because here I am assuming so whatever the statements are required, all those are all predefined in our program itself. In that regard I am not going to mention any external project work library in my design. So in that regard directly I started with the entity without including any additional. And moreover, while we are realizing any particular circuit, in majority cases, so ourselves only need to write all the programs. So in that regard, there is less chances to take the okay, data from the other projects. So because of that, so here also I considered the same. So I am not going to include any other project work library over here. Directly I am assuming it as I already predefined whatever is required in this particular one. Okay. So I started with the entity after declaring the library and package. So entity name. So let me, this is a prime. So where it consists of 4 inputs, in that regard prime 4 that I am mentioning. Prime 4 is, okay, entity name is, then port declaration after that. Port, okay, so what are all the inputs? Inputs are N0, N1, N2, N3. So that I am mentioning it as an array. So in that regard, N. Okay, N, all these are all inputs, mode is in. Then after that the type is, because of this is a array, we are supposed to mention it as a vector. std underscore logic underscore vector. std underscore logic underscore vector. If you are considering the arrays means, then you are considering the std underscore logic underscore vector is the type. If it is a single bit, obviously std underscore logic. Okay. Then vector we are supposed to mention 3 down to 0. 3 down to 0. First I mentioned the inputs. Then after that, what is the output? If you are considering that particular circuit, the output is F, there we mentioned. That way a single bit. Because of that, F is output and the type is std underscore logic. Because of it is a single bit. Okay. Then after that, with that input output declaration is over. Because of that, I closed this particular parenthesis and put a semicolon over there. And next, end. So entity name, which is prime 4. So that is how to declare the entity declaration part. Then only you are supposed to start the architecture definition. So while coming for that, architecture definition starts with a keyword architecture, then architecture name. So as a general exercise, prime 4 underscore R of entity name, which is prime 4. Therefore, I indicated with respect to inputs. Because of in that particular prime, we considered 4 inputs, N0, N1, N2, N3. In that regard, only I mentioned 4. Okay. So is. Next, we are supposed to represent the. So, is there any declarations or definitions are there? We are supposed to mention before starting of the architecture body. Okay. So while coming for this in this particular application, only the required thing is signal declaration. So because of that, so that signal declaration we are starting with the keyword signal. Then next you are supposed to mention those signals. Better to write that particular signal declaration after completion of the architecture body. So because by means of writing architecture body, you came to know what are all the signals you used in that particular concurrent statements. And what are all the signals defined in entity declaration part, and what are all not yet defined, those must be defined in signal declaration part. Okay, because of that, instead of writing first itself, so let us complete the architecture body, and based on that you get signal declarations from it. Okay, so because of that I started the architecture body, which starts with the keyword begin. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, so what is the circuit for the first level I considered, so which is inverter. So what is the inverter outputs we considered over there? So first one is, so N3 underscore L. That is the output of the that particular inverter circuit. So in that regard, so less than or equals to N3 underscore L. So this one is the first inverter output signal name that we assumed, N3 bar, that itself N3 underscore L we consider. And that one as not of N of 3. Okay, by means of performing inverting on N3, you can able to get N3 underscore L. That's what I mentioned first. Okay, and next one is N2 underscore L is not N of. So that is the second inverter output. So like that I mentioned, N2 of L is the output name, and by means of performing the NOT operation on N2, you can able to get. Then N1 underscore L less than or equals to NOT of N of 1. So that is what. So these three statements additionally you are going to get compared to the previous one. So first I written the first level, So that is n3 underscore L, n2 underscore L, n1 underscore L. That is nothing but not operation on the given inputs n1, n2, n3. So first I defined the first level concurrent statements. Next we are supposed to move to the next level, that is AND outputs. Okay. So here I mentioned whatever signal names, so that we considered at the output side of that particular AND gate. For reference only I mentioned those signals. Okay. So in that regard, first we are going to consider the first AND gate output. That is the signal that we mentioned. So in that regard, considering that n3L underscore n0 less than or equals to. So while coming for this particular one, so what are the two inputs for this particular two input AND gate? One is n3 bar and second one is n0. n3 bar is nothing but inverting operation on n3. So that one we already defined. I assigned value for this particular n3 underscore L. So because of that, while you are mentioning over here, you should not consider not of n3. Instead of that, this value already assigned to n3 underscore L. So in that regard, so here we are supposed to consider the n3 underscore L. L and with, so and with n of 0. N of 0. So this is where it is going to differentiate with respect to previous program. Previous we started over here. Here we didn't define not of n3 assigned to any other signal. So because of at AND gate itself we started. So in that regard, so there we considered not of n3 will be written over here and n of 0. That's what we written over there. But now I started from the first level, from the inverter stage itself. So because of that first inverter stage levels I defined over here. In that I mentioned not of n3 functionality assigned to n3 underscore L. So because of that, so while I am considering the second level, instead of using these equations, I must consider so outputs of that particular inverter signals. Okay. So anyway, here, so n3 bar, that is nothing but not of n3. That already mentioned to n3 underscore L. Because of that, here I considered n3 underscore L and with n of 0. Then next one. Second output of that particular AND gate, 3 input AND gate is n3L underscore n2L underscore n1. So that's what the signal name that we mentioned. So while coming for that, n3 bar and with n2 bar and with n1. So n3 bar we already mentioned and assigned to n3 underscore L and with n2 bar nothing but we already assigned that particular one to n2 underscore L. So because of that n2 underscore L and with and finally n1. Okay, direct input itself. So n of 1. So that is what the second statement belongs to that particular second AND gate, 3 input AND gate. And next another 3 input AND gate is n2L underscore n1 underscore n0. Okay, so this is the third AND gate, which is a 3 input AND gate output signal we mentioned. This is n2 bar and with n1 and with n0. So because of that, so considering that n2 bar we already mentioned assigned to that particular n2 underscore L and with n1 n of 1 and with n of 0. So that is what. Next, considering the last AND gate, which is n2 underscore n1L underscore n0. Then this one has n2 n of 2 and with n1 underscore L. This value is assigned to n1 underscore L. So n1 underscore L we are supposed to consider and with n of 0. Okay, so by means of that, here I mentioned the second level outputs. Here first initial I mentioned the first level outputs, inverter outputs, and using of these output signals now I defined the equation for this particular one. But if you look at the previous one, because of I didn't consider the first level, from the second level I started. So because of that I didn't assign any signal to these NOT operations. In that regard, directly these NOT 3, NOT 2 and NOT 1 I consider directly over here. So that is the main difference if you compare to the previous one and this one. So this is how it is going to differentiate, because of these values are already assigned to this particular signal. Wherever NOT of n3 operation is required, I am supposed to place n3 underscore L in that particular place. Okay. In the same way, wherever NOT of n2 is required, n2 underscore L. Wherever NOT of n1 is required, n1 underscore L. I am supposed to mention. This is where it is going to differentiate. So I completed the first level inverters as well as second level AND gates, and finally I have to consider the last one, which is OR gate. So that one has F. Okay, so F, which is OR operation between all these 4 AND gate outputs. That's what I am supposed to mention. N3L underscore N0 OR with N3L underscore N2L underscore N1 OR with N2L underscore N1 underscore N0 OR with N2 underscore N1L underscore N0. So that is what OR operation between all these 4 AND gate outputs. And with this I completed the all description of that particular circuit. From input to output, each and everything I mentioned. How the data is flowing from one component to another component. That's why I mentioned. So for that reason, so next we are supposed to close that particular one, architecture with and architecture name, which is prime 4 underscore R. So that is how to write a program by means of considering the first level. That the inverter output itself we are supposed to consider. From there we have to propagate to the output side. So because of that, first I consider the inverter level. After so mentioning that particular inverter level declarations and all, next I moved on to the second one. So which is where I consider the AND gate outputs, and after that finally I reached to the final output, which is F. So once if you mention this is the architecture body where it consists of all these signals. If you look at this particular architecture body, whatever signals, either are left side or right side, whatever it may be, so look at that particular signals. If these signals are already defined in entity declaration part, no need to declare them as signal declaration. So what are the signals not yet declared in entity declaration part, those must be defined in signal declaration part. So in that regard, starting from the first, if you look at, so N of 3, here I used 2 signals, N of 3 and N3 underscore L. N of 3 is already predefined in entity declaration part, but N3 underscore L is not yet defined. So I am considering first that particular N3 underscore L. While coming for second one, N of 2 defined, but N2 underscore L is not defined. So I considered that. Then N1 is defined, but N1 underscore L is not yet defined. Then after coming to this particular one, N of 0, N3 underscore L. These two are, so this one is already entity defined in that particular entity. N3 underscore L already here I defined. Then while coming for this one is not yet defined. So in that regard, so N3L underscore N0. And coming to the next one, here also same. All right hand side signals are predefined, either in signal declaration or in entity declaration part. But till now I didn't cover N3L underscore N2L underscore N1. So I am supposed to mention them. So N3L underscore N2L underscore N1. Then after that 2 more signals. In the same way you have to cover these 2 as well. This one and this one also we are supposed to include, considering that. So here I am writing N2L underscore N1 underscore N0 comma N2 underscore N1L underscore N0. So with that, all the signals are declared. So which are all not yet so declared in entity declaration part. So by means of that particular declaration part, so I completed all the signal declarations. N of 0, N of 1, these are all defined in entity declaration, and also F also defined in entity declaration. But remaining all are nowhere declared in entity. Because of that I mentioned them as in signal declaration part. So this is how you are going to get. But if you look at the previous program, so these 3 are not going to present, because in this particular description, so I didn't consider these intermediate signals. I started from the output of the AND gate. Okay, so because of that, here I used not of N3, here I used not of N, not of N of 2 and not of N of 1. Because of that, okay, these signals are not so covered in that particular one. Because of that, we didn't mention. But while coming for here, so here I considered that particular inverter outputs as well. Because of that, I am supposed to mention the signal that particular one. Okay, so this is how to write a program by means of considering from the first level of the inverter. Okay, next, in a third way also is there. So that is, instead of writing this many statements, simply you can also consider the final one. Okay, last level I am going to consider. using of that particular one also I can able to, okay, so mention this particular data flow description.